And we're live. Woo! Okay. Broadcasting from another secret location again. So, one thing that I've been hearing from a lot of people, Andrea, is about the price. This trip's expensive for a vacation in South Africa and the safari.
Well, it depends on what you think of it as. I mean, is it a vacation or is it a course? And the special thing about this program, about this course, is that you get to have the benefits of both because we're staying in a vacation home and we're going on safari and we're going to go and hike and we're going to, go to a whale watching festival, maybe to take a tour of the wine region. But the thing is that those activities are actually opportunities for you to practice your English. It's part of the course. It's part of the program. And so it is also a intensive immersion English, 150 hours of English training in just 2 weeks, which we talked about before and when we were talking about not having enough time. So that's another video you can watch. So the thing is when you're thinking about it, about the price, you can think about it in two ways. One is, if you are comparing it to 2 weeks at a cheap English school in Canada or Australia or England or something like that, the price can look like a lot more. But you have to look at what you are getting for that price. So the thing is that when you book a 2-week course at one of those cheaper schools, yes, you save a lot of money, but what do you get? You get 30 hours instead of 150 hours in those 2 weeks. That's a lot less. So you don't get very much English practice. And the English practice that you do get, or the English learning that you do get, is not personalized for you. And you don't have a private coach. You don't have private lessons. You don't have the course personalized for your needs. And so you're just in the middle of a program and you learn whatever is in the books during that week. And, that's good. You can learn something, but then you also don't necessarily get practice outside of the 3 hours that you spend with the teacher. And you don't get individual attention. So you're getting, you spend less money, but you're also getting a lot less. And so if you wanted 150 hours of private personalized learning, that's expensive, right?
Yeah.
To get 150 hours of private personalized learning, if you do the math for that, even if you go to a school for 10 weeks and you get a private tutor on top of it, and you have your private tutor for several hours a day, on top of your classes, that's kind of what it would be the equivalent to. Although there's really nothing else that gives you that opportunity to have that many hours with a teacher, right? So if you did the math for that and you're comparing it to an English course, the 10 weeks would cost you easily $3,000 to $5,000 or more US dollars, right? So it actually is a very cheap price just for the course, just for the learning, just for the private coaching that you're going to get.
Right.
But then if you are comparing it to, like for a vacation, like a tour, if you look at prices for 2-week tours in South Africa that include a safari and that are all-inclusive, because this is all-inclusive.
So we get food, place to stay, everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Cool.
The flight is not included. And
Right.
also if you need a visa, the price for the visa, if you have to pay for a visa, is not included. What else is not included? Your insurance, because you should get traveler's insurance and health insurance, and that's not included. And there will be a couple of times that we get to go out to a restaurant and, or maybe you want to experience some of that. And so there will be a couple of meals that are not included, but everything else is included. And I can tell you, I gained I gained a little bit of weight on the last course in Ireland because we were eating so well. So the food is really good. I make sure of that. And Ronnie, you like to cook too, right?
I love food.
Yeah,
I
I
like
mean,
food.
who doesn't like food? And you're going to be having the opportunity, I mean, cooking with us is part of the time that you spend
Oh yeah,
speaking with us
yeah.
and learning, and you're learning cooking English, and it's part of the
Awesome.
course too.
Thanks,
But
Dory.
yeah, but that's all included, like all of the food. Actually, it's kind of funny. There was one student. She was much older than me, and she was calling me mummy on the course because I was, buying all the food. I was buying all the food and, cooking the meals, and so that was, part of what is included is all the food and your accommodation, and we'll be staying in beautiful vacation homes together, and that's all included. And your local travel, we're traveling in a private rentals to travel around South Africa. Your safari is included, the whale watching is included, going to watch penguins is included. So you get, if you are paying for those activities individually,
Yeah.
or if you had an all-inclusive tour doesn't always include so many activities. And
Right.
so, but all-inclusive tours that are 2 weeks are easily 3,000 US dollars. I was looking at tours that are more like 5,000 US dollars. So, though, I mean, for South Africa 2-week tours, they can be very, very expensive. So in comparison, actually, to a tour, if you're going to compare it to a vacation or a tour, it's also much cheaper than anything you can find for that. So yeah, it really depends what you compare it to.
Yeah. So this is like you get the vacation, tours, safaris, and English lessons all together. That's phenomenal. You're never gonna get that again.
Yeah. And what kind of English lessons?
Intense.
And with who?
You and me.
It's going to be fun, and it's going to be personalized for you, and it's going to be worth it. Africa, I think I was saying this in another video we did together. Africa is a very special place, South Africa. A very
I've never been.
magical place. Yeah, I know, you're so excited to come, and I'm so excited to go back again because it's beautiful and magical, and it's a wonderful experience. And there are some things in life that are priceless. That means that you can't put a money value on it. It is worth so much. And I can honestly tell you that this course with us in South Africa, living together in these beautiful places, cooking good meals together, practicing and learning your English, but also enjoying each other's company. It's a very nice group that is coming together so far. And I know that you can add to that, and you can make it a really, really, really beautiful group of people. And these memories are going to last you for a lifetime. And the English that you learn is going to stay with you and last you for a lifetime too, right? So, I mean, sometimes it's not about the money. I mean, I've tried to explain how it's actually good value, amazing value for what you get, but it's more than that. And so don't worry. I mean, I really believe this, and I don't know about you, Ronnie, but I really believe that, some things you just have to do them, and you just have to try. And sometimes it's difficult and it doesn't feel easy to do it, and you wonder, well, you worry about the money or where it's going to come from. But I believe, that the times in my life that I have spent money and worried about it, 2 years later, I don't remember about it, right?
Exactly.
Like, I don't remember that money. Like, I'm still okay. I'm still, I'm not living in poverty because I spent a small amount of money, right? In comparison, in your life. So,
No,
I mean, do you think sometimes that things just work out?
100%. 100%. I think it's destiny that we're together and we're going to South Africa. I mean, hello, once in a lifetime opportunity to hang out. Like, amazing. It's great. I always think that every time I travel at my ripe old age, even now, I keep on learning and learning and learning. My brain never quits learning. But if I'm stagnant, it means I don't go anywhere. I don't learn. So the more I travel, the more I learn. Whew. Imagine what other people can do. Damn, that's great.
Exactly. So it's going to be worth it. I can promise you that. So
Totally.
just try it. Try and like just make it happen. I believe that you can make it happen. Don't worry about the money. Yep. Just come and join
All
us.
right. I'm there.
Okay. Yay.